yeah.
Nice.
I like them bad.
Ay, ay, ay. We
Yes,
got rid of
boy.
some of the stitches, but we ready.
Yeah. It's 7:50. So right on the dot at 8 o'clock is, the teaming sound. Pa, 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 pa,
Prop,
pa,
prop,
pa.
prop, 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 prop. Ay. Yes, sir.
Let me see what my Facebook saying now. Hold on.
I'll give them a little throwback from the first launch, right?
Oh, God. Everybody love it. Y'all want it all. Stepping at the front, lights up, we blaze. All eyes on me. Y'all set the place. Bumpers around, it mash up space. When we move, crowd scream like crazy. Roll it, sweet and slow. Girl, you got that fire, let it show. High energy, let the rhythm flow. We not stop till the sun come glow. Wind it to the max, don't hold back. Spin it round, now bring it right back. Jump and wave, girl, mash it track. Smoke a flame, your body on attack. Bacchanal vibes, me love how you move. Sweat drip down when you find the groove. Island thing sweet like mango. You wine so tight, them boys can't go. Roll it, sweet and slow. Yeah, you got that fire, let it show. High energy, let the rhythm flow. We not stop till the sun come glow. Wine it to the max, don't hold back. Spin it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The countdown is coming. It's coming.
Correct.
8 minutes to go. We'll be starting the
I like when
lives.
we're organized like this. Yay.
Yeah, man. Love it.
You know that you can hear us from here, right?
Yes, of course.
We're on live on Facebook. We're here on YouTube. So yeah. You can hear us from here, right?
Yes, of course.
We're on live on Facebook. We're here on YouTube. So yeah. I like the delay.
Hmm?
Oh, we should talk a little bit about the conference a little bit.
Yeah, you can tell them about it, how it was.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you're live.
Really? Oh, okay.
You're
Cool.
live.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Virtuosity Podcast Show. I am Kim Derrick, and this is none other than Erwin.
Virtuosity Live.
Listen, we have a fantastic show this evening. We're starting at 8 on the dot, right? But before we start, we like to do our little conversation backtrack. How was your week, Erwin?
My week was good. Today started off with a little of a headache, but I am here. I'm alive and alert and drinking lots of water. Stay
I see.
hydrated, folks.
You play
Yes.
your one party hard like a rock star, then you wake up in the morning feeling like
Sometimes. Check this
So
out. 246
my
the world.
correct. Well, I got my Kirtland. I got my little Kirtland bra here, so
Yes, sir.
I drinking water, I'm minding my business. And I'll tell you what, we have call her name again. It's Safiya,
Safiya Mauge. Mauge.
and I hope we are matching at the girl name because you know what, she is a bright part of our future. We're gonna discuss her holistic healing and ancestral wisdom for modern families, and her product, which is crazy, and I love it. I'm gonna let her talk about it when she comes on the show. But this week for me was like, oh my god, I had to literally try to pace myself this week. I got up and went to a conference in Delaware for the African trade conference, big conference in Delaware. We had Marcus Garvey Jr., um, son
Yeah, I
of the
saw those
late great
pictures.
Marcus Garvey, was there in attendance along with a lot of big people from Nigeria, Ghana, Mali. We had people from Kenya. We had people from all over the place, and it was incredible because it's time we're coming together, and we're basically pushing the whole moving forward as one, supporting each other in the markets, and we're excited about that. I got to sit in on the conference, learn a lot. I was like a sponge in there, and then I went to New York, and now I'm back here. I came back in last night. So, hey, Safiya, how are you?
Hello, I'm well. How are you?
Yay! We're here. We're here doing our prelim conversation. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, listen. Don't feel the way. Pronounce your last name properly for me, please. Thank you.
Mouge.
You see? Kara was right. Kara was saying it, and I was like, okay, because I do not.
So
Because
it
I'm
so it is
very
French or something on right with that accent over the E.
Yes.
yes.
Yep.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I'm very particular. Listen, when people spell Derek wrong, I be real up in my feelings.
I've dealt
And
with it for many, many years. I'm used to it.
but let
Wow.
me, I'd be like, listen, my Derek is spelled with two R's, ICK, not no YCK, not no YR, no this kind of crazy thing. Come to
But
the show.
Safia, I
We
I want to
go,
say something though, right, Kim? Because
uh,
Safia, when I made the post on WhatsApp this morning,
Yeah,
somebody said to me, "Hey, she went Comber Bear." So I was like, "What? Really?"
I did. I did.
Well, up and on, up and on.
Up and on, up and
you
on.
see when the Comarians, I can't deal with
I
y'all
know
here.
you were going to start. Oh
But the
my
thing is about it is that my son went to school there too, so I can't talk. And my daughter went to sixth form there as well.
God.
So I mean, I'm surrounded by them. I ain't got no choice but to love y'all. I love y'all.
Well, we
What's not to love?
we thank
Because
you. We feel the love. We
you
appreciate
know
you.
why I love y'all? Because the closeness of the whole, I find that out of all the schools in Barbados, when it comes to alumni and the connections and the networking that y'all continue after school, I love that. That is one thing I would have to do
That is for sure.
without
That is for
without
sure.
a doubt. Common mere hands down for that.
I
Yeah.
mean, in
But
the
ladies
group chat
and
this week,
gentlemen, huh?
in the group chat this week, we've been having so many positive comments about things that have happened with other Combermerians where people have been chipping in and helping other people just because they hear the word Combermere. So, you know,
The
it's a
alumni
serious
network, the alumni
following.
network is very strong. Very,
Yes.
Very,
very, very, very
very,
strong.
very strong.
It
Globally.
has been for many, many, many decades, and I'm proud to understand that it continues even today. This is
That
yeah.
Yes.
is so cool. I
I
love
know
it.
you wish you went Combermere too.
Man, no, let's all the Common boys are like me though.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ooh,
Yeah, because I used to go play volleyball at Combermere sometimes. I would call my school team, and yeah, a lot of my friends that went to Combermere used to play volleyball. So as I tell you, all the Combermere guys are like me, bad, bad, bad. You
yeah.
understand? They like me. They want to know if I went to school there too. But I said, nah, 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 nah. But anyway,
Well,
it's a
stepping
great
up to the
school,
one
and I'm not
mentioned.
going to speak any different because my son and my daughter went there too. So, and they did excellent. So I'm happy, to be a part of it. But anyway, so breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
Over to you.
Yes. And we start off this evening real hot and fiery already, in case y'all were logged in earlier than the 8 o'clock show. Ladies and gentlemen, this young lady is phenomenal. I don't think y'all understand how proud we are. And she lives right here in Georgia. I met Safiya when I was in Barbados. And I remember Safiya as a dancer years ago with Tony Norval and Trevor Pretty. and all of those great dancers and choreographers and stuff like that. So, to my surprise, I looking at this woman on a bucket hat at Cobb County Fair and hiding this beautiful face. You cannot see her. So then when we started talking, it was like, man, no, the dots connecting. This is why she looks so familiar. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Safiya. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We want you to
Yeah.
share a little bit about your early childhood in Philadelphia to Barbados, um, what it was like for you, your early years and your life. That tell us some about your background, where you came from,
Yes.
so that the people could shed some light on who you are.
Well, first of all, let me just start by saying I'm excited to be here and just hang out with you guys tonight. So thank you for inviting me here. Um, ah, my early childhood days. So coming to Barbados at the time, what I can remember, I came to Barbados when I was just about 5, and I went to started at Luther Thorne Primary. So coming to Barbados, I can say I was not exactly pleased at that age. I actually moved from California at the time, but as you mentioned, I was born in Philadelphia. But moving from California, coming to Barbados at 5, I was shell shocked. I was like, where did she bring me? And I moved to, at the time, in the Pine, and then my um, aunt used to babysit me in St. George in Greens, and run around with chickens and different things like that was like, what is happening? Take me back now, immediately, expeditiously, right now. Um, but over time, Barbados definitely grew on me and shaped me forever and ever, right? So um getting into dance, well, let's back up. First of all, coming to Barbados at that age, I had a very strong American accent at the time. And I couldn't understand anything any all the kids were saying. I just was lost, completely lost. It took me a good little while. I think not until I got to Khmer did I really get it. Like I developed my own Bajan accent and I could really understand what somebody was saying. So it took me a little while. But in that process of coming to Barbados and learning my heritage, if you will, because my mother is from Barbados, it was interesting. My father's Trinidadian, my mother's from Barbados, and she is from St. George. Um, and being exposed to less, at the time, Mary Wade was still teaching dance, and my mother would take me to all these different, you know, dance classes and this roots this, and I was like, what is going on? But it stuck. I loved it. Just absolutely dance, culture, movement, the drums. Anytime she would take me anything with drums, it was there. I couldn't help it. I loved it. And it was on from there. I was in every dance class at Luther Thorne from the time I could. I mean, I danced when I was living in the U.S., but it's very different taking, dance class at Fife Ballet. Oh, cutesy, cutesy. And
Exactly.
then to get to Barbados and the drums are going, and it's like, and I'll be fair. I don't think I had very much rhythm. I had to learn. The girls taught me on site how to really move
Roll
and
that
work it.
waist.
Yes, yes, and it was it, I mean, it was the best. It was the best all the way up through before I even met up with Trevor and started dancing on bigger stages, performing at NIFCA with my dad's tribe at the time, doing the different little shows, obviously at Khmer and different places. It was in me. I loved learning, the African dance and the pan movement, and oh my goodness, just it was everything to me. It really was.
Beautiful. I know. I see here that you dance with Sharon, as you said, dance straight. You see how people paths cross all the time. No, Sharon and I danced. I think Sharon was in the first season of Dance with Rochelle Springer, and that's where I
Mm,
met Sharon, right? Because I danced with her back then, but I was a little girl. And then years
okay.
fast forward later, when she formed her own group, my daughter Iman
Dance.
danced with her.
Okay.
So so here you say it. That's trying to. I started to smell just now. I said, "Look, girl, you telling you age, you hear?"
Yeah, as I call her Auntie Sharon, obviously, she would have had her hand on quite a few of us in terms of the perform well dancing, teaching, that particular skill set.
Mhm.
And if you come through there, if you come through her, you definitely had to touch Barbados dance. And I know that doesn't exist in the form it did when I was growing up. I don't know where it stands today, but coming down, you know which road I'm talking about, and driving up that long winding thing with all those trees to get to
I
the.
remember. I remember
Hmm? That was to me, that was iconic. You going to Barbados Dance Theater? Oh,
exactly.
that was it. And the little the wooden thing when you had to do going across and do the steps. Oh yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
I love it. Look,
yeah.
look, this here so camp stop. She just want to be in
She
everything.
has to be in it.
She
Come
want
on,
to be
join
in
the show,
everything.
join the party.
Huh?
I said join the party.
But listen, what we want to get into too is like how did you start like really exploring the whole herbal remedies and the essential, how did
Hmm.
you come into that
Yeah,
part now? Because you're coming from dance and now
and
you're into herbal holistic healing
yeah,
products and all that good stuff. And I'm so proud of you because I am one of those people that will definitely be patronizing your business. And I encourage everyone to as well.
yeah.
400.
Uh, so how this started about would be pretty much from birth. My mother and father, um, specifically my father, um, he's a Rasta, so that
Mhm.
would set the scene for a lot of people, right? He was into this is something that well before they thought of me that they were kind of living. So, but my father had a health food store in Philadelphia called Appleseed, and there were just always little things around that. What I was raised vegetarian initially, moved to Barbados. That changed a little bit. But all of these things that my father were choosing or opting for us to be a part of just was the base for what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
So as I continued on my own, I got older and began my own personal journey in terms of going to doctors and dealing with my own health issues. I started to pick up on trends, right? I'm like, okay, well, my parents, my grandmother used to say, "Oh, bush tea," right? Everybody's grandmother. This
Hmm.
is something that everybody knows, right?
Hmm.
You hear bush tea. You don't even know exactly what bush, but you eat bush tea,
And
right?
shark oil.
Exactly.
Right, shark oil. You have all these little things that come, bring this. You get a cut. My father used to be okay. Get a can of grease and put a little one in the world leaf over it for a second. Let draw. These are things that just
It is
existed
true.
within our culture. This is not new. So I don't, you know, told myself as okay, I am doing something. I'm pioneering. No, I would like to direct and help lead people back to what
To the
was
ancestral
right.
roots.
Yeah,
Agree
exactly.
totally.
So this is stuff again. Like I said, this has been around for forever.
Hmm.
I believe that again on my own personal journey, I watched people pull away from it. Right, we went to what we affectionately call Western medicine,
Medicine.
and the more you take these things, the more side effects. I mean, when you watch these commercials today, the side effects alone should stop you, but it doesn't.
I'd be running in opposite direction.
Right? And unfortunately, I had the scenario of watching family members pass from the big C a couple of times up until recently. And I had an uncle, and he actually did pass, but he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer um, almost 25 years ago. And when he opted to go the natural path or
Mhm.
alternative or holistic path,
Mhm.
he saw the most success when he decided for whatever reason after 20 something years to return to Western medicine. His
Mhm.
decline was swift and done, right? And
Wow.
I asked him on his diabetes. I said, well, what made you choose this? He said, he gave me his reasons. He said, but I know that this is the end of the road here because this doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
again, even in my own personal journey with my family, I've seen the power plants, right? Just going back to what you know. Of course, there are things that we've learned along the way that we can add to what our ancestors would have passed us on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and specifically in my own personal journey, um, fibroids. I work with a master herbalist of Barbados, actually. Um,
Wow.
and I was able to heal myself naturally. But they said I had um, uterine cysts, and they said
Mm-hmm.
they had how much ever them 6, 7, 8 inches, and they would need to do surgery, need to do it, and I should do it quickly. I said pause on that. I said no problem. Go ahead, schedule whatever y'all need to schedule, but I need it scheduled at least 90 days from now. I need 90 days. I knew I wasn't gonna do it, but I went right where I needed to go, right back to Master Herbalist Barbados. And I haven't, the universe has blessed me with a few of these people that are just naturally in my circle. And I have another young lady that I work with here, based out of New York. Went right to them, went back. They were like, wait,
Wait,
well,
gone.
you're gonna, yeah.
Wait, gone.
I only come to check to make sure I don't need to do another round because I know.
Correct.
So again, my own personal journey, my family, I've seen it. I know the power of it, right? So all of these things are leading me here. My time came to become a mother. That was what so I was called, right? That you're gonna be a mother. Okay, love it. Let's do it. I knew immediately how I wanted to try to guide them, right? Because feel personally that if you set the stage, if you show them not only through your own practice, but also take them along the journey with you, they can return to it. I think this is what happened with me. My father, they didn't force me and say, you have to do this. You need to do this. They raised me that way. They showed me through their actions. And when the time came, I was able to return to it.
Exactly.
Um, so the reason why the conscious essentials exist today is again, I think the kids are the future. You've heard that cliche terminology,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
I want to start there with the babes. Just showing them again, getting them back to their roots, letting them see. Because again, to me, Western medicine is a little too far reaching. I'm not saying it's not necessary, but it's a little too far reaching in everyday life. So again, reintroducing that ancestral knowledge that
Correct.
we have
What they
access
used to
to.
call, listen, what they used to call the root worker. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
The bush doctor.
The
And
bush
let me tell you
doctor.
something. I grew up like just like you, where my mom, no formal training. She never had a store. But let me
Hmm.
tell you something. As soon as you hear a
You know
cough,
it.
she
You know
running for
it.
the whole home. You understand?
Yeah.
Anything else, the shark oil. With
Yeah.
she said, Kim, come and bring that child here. When I had my son, and they were trying to put him on medication for asthma because
Mm-hmm.
he was born. They said that eczema,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, when you have eczema, normal normally asthma and eczema go hand in hand. Apparently, that's what his pediatrician had told me. So they gave me all sorts of medication, and I took it home at my mother's house because I was going to visit. My mother said, come.
Mm-hmm.
And she whipped up some olive oil, some freshly squeezed, because she wanted the pep from the orange,
Mm-hmm.
honey. And she said that is going to suppress that cough naturally
Mm-hmm.
without you giving him any drugs. And trust and believe,
It did.
stop one time. It stopped one time. And a lot of people don't realize simple things like that. Well,
Exactly.
basically, like this is how we grew up, as we said, and it was ingrained in us. And now it's
Mhm.
like time to go back home. It's like
It's time to go back home.
you were seeing in every, like, more or less, when you hear, as you said earlier, when you hear these ads on television and you hear the amount of side effects coming behind, oh, don't do this, don't do that, and don't, and if you see this, and you, I'm like, what would encourage me to take that drug? But we're not physicians here, and we're not
No, we're
trying
not.
to,
No, but
we're not
you
trying
know
to
what? You know.
convert or confirm anybody here. But to me, as you said, that is the way to go. I love it. and I want you to like just tell us like where we can find, where can we sell your see your
Oh,
products? Can we go into do you have a brick and mortar store? Is it strictly online?
yeah.
Tell us some more about the actual products
Yeah.
itself.
So we offer today, we just launched in the end of in June. So we offer two kits, right? Our one kit is our mini medics kit. So that's for your everyday, sniffles, fever, cough, that type of stuff. And then we have another kit called our Wellness Trove, which is more about immunity building and just everyday, uh, you know, um, vitality. So
Hmm.
that one is addressing things like iron. A lot of us are iron deficient, even the folks that eat meat.
Hmm.
Apparently, what I've learned in my time with iron is that it's not just iron that you just have to eat iron. Obviously, you need vitamin C to get your iron to absorb, but you
Correct.
also need a mineral called copper. You need these things in your body so that you can actually take it. And we melanated people take things differently. So
Correct.
these are things that again we are hyper deficient in things like magnesium and copper and things like that that will allow your body to actually when it's taking in something break it down and use it because a lot of times you're
Correct.
eating just enough your body just can't use what you're giving it. So
Hmm.
again, the way we eat today doesn't allow your body to function in the way optimally that it should. Also, so those are the two kits that we have. We are predominantly an e-commerce brand at this time. Just do we have minor starting to do pop-ups right now around Georgia area. Hopefully in the future I can get home to Barbados and do some stuff there and start to do some on the road stuff in due time. But right now we are at theconsciousessentials.com and also on Instagram at the Conscious Essentials. So you can shop on directly on Instagram or you can head over to our website as well. um, there we do also ship internationally, so folks around the world can get in on the goodness too. And right
Yep.
now we're starting two kits. We are um, going to be talking about detoxing for kids very
Hmm.
soon. I think this is another thing that I know everybody here
Hmm.
should know about. Only the U.S. and I think maybe like maybe Canada. Let me not call it Canada, but I know that you don't hear any people talking about detoxing the kids, deworming, or you grew up and you either had castor oil and it was the worst thing in the world,
Or the
and or you
or
had a
the
piece of aloe that your mother made you swallow whole and
Oh
then
yeah,
suck the orange
oh,
after.
hmm
No,
before school start back,
right,
you had to get
exactly.
purged out.
I
Had
can
to.
I
taste it now.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So, so that is the or you had to get dewormed for whatever reason. These are things that are normal conversations when you're living in certain places or your
Correct.
culture is of a certain. And we have moved, especially when we're here, all the way away from that. You don't hear anyone talk about it. Detoxing is big among the adults. Oh, I'm getting ready to do a detox. I'm doing we always talking about that in the adult
Mhm.
arena. And I don't even know if people do it properly there. But kids
Correct.
can actually detox as well. I think
Hmm.
it's actually useful, especially depending on the type of diet they're consuming. You need to give
Hmm.
their system a little break and a little clean out so they can
Exactly.
reset and go again. So that's another thing we are working to bring in a kit as well because again everyone is not a DIYer. Everyone don't want to go to the store and have to mock up all the herbs, so we'll
Correct.
do that for you, so look out for that as well in the
That
future.
is excellent. How your sons? Because I saw those beautiful boys, your handfuls, and I was laughing, giggling to myself because I was like, it's bringing back so many memories to me with my one
Oh
son
boy.
and my one daughter. And I was like, yo, I remember the day when he was a daredevil and he
Yeah.
would try things and give me make my poor heart be palpitating all
Oh,
the time.
well then there
I
you
was
have it. You
watching two
summed it
of them.
up.
I was
That's
like, yeah, you
exactly
do
how
it
they are.
twice. You have it twice.
Yeah, they
How are
are.
how the personalities with you and what you're doing in terms of their, how they get involved.
Yeah. So, well, they're my taste testers. They're on payroll, so they definitely check because the thing about I guess natural medicine that people the first thing how are it gonna taste, right?
Uh-huh.
Kids they, oh my god, the kids they don't mess around. So that's important to me trying to at least work on the taste palette. there for them. So they tell me if something is like, "Mommy, this is." My oldest son Zion he'll take anything. He'll do it, but he'll let me know. Oh my God, this was horrible. I can't. The 2 year old, he's not here for it. He's spitting out immediately. But I do. They're involved. I make sure to have them in the kitchen with me. Um, Cooking and cutting and tasting and testing. Again, the 2 years a little bit more hesitant, but my 6 year old Zion, he's all for it. He'd tell me, Mommy, yeah, this one was working. This is good. And I try to explain to them again. I take them along the journey with me. I don't try to let them, make it feel like, oh, you just have to do it. Do it. We're talking
Exactly.
through. This is why you're doing it. This is what it could do. If you do this, this is why. So again, explain to because they get it. They do get it. And the
Hmm.
earlier you start explaining to it, it's gonna stick. They're gonna really know.
Exactly.
Right?
As I say,
So
train the child the way it shall go, and when they get older, they won't depart from.
there you
You
go.
learn certain things, and it's instilled in your thing. You might stray, but you can always come back to
Come
home
back.
base.
Come back.
And that was
Correct.
me. That's my story. I have a testament to that. So, you know. But yeah, they again keeping me busy. So
So
So how you always think?
before we go to a commercial break, right? We just want to ask you one question.
yeah,
What is your vision and mission for your brand?
yeah. So my vision is to get parents back to a place of confidence in taking charge of not only their own health journeys, but their kids.
Hmm.
Very important.
I think today that we put all of our trust in external sources and forget that what's right in your kitchen cabinet, what's right around the corner, and we think, oh, everyone else knows better. I want to
Correct.
restore that confidence. I want not just by offering kits or whatever the case is, but again, building community and offering education and resources to let people know this is real, right? Again, we see what's happening with healthcare in many places today, and again, having that confidence back is going to be key in terms of moving forward. Whenever the next pandemic, mandemic, whatever thing pop back up, you should
Yep.
have some level of confidence in what your body is designed to do, but also what you can help it achieve.
Very
So
true.
that, yeah. And then I mean, my mission is kind of all wrapped in there as well too. My mission and vision are kind of wrapped in one, but again, the mission, the mission is to, again, set our next generation up for. We talk a lot about this term generational wealth. I have a shirt. I love to wear it. It says normalize Black generational wealth. Right? We talk about it all the time. But
Oh yes.
what is generational wealth without generational health? Because if you
Mhm.
don't if we don't know how to take care of themselves and you passing on all of this, how far are you gonna be spending all the money just
Listen,
trying to
I watch some young boys in Barbados when I go home sometimes, and they by the shop early in the morning, a juicy and a pack of corn curls or biscuits, and I'm like,
Mhm.
how can you? Because it's like food. Our food is our medicine.
It
Let's be
is.
clear on that. Food is your medicine.
It
Oh
And
yes.
is.
when we start to understand that all these processed foods that we eat on a daily basis, but people will say, but I ain't got no choice because this is what my pockets can afford, this is my budget, right? And
Um,
I really can't go to the supermarket and buy all these healthy foods because as soon as you start eating healthier, you realize that your cost of living is like and what you eating costs a lot of money. The fruits and the vegetables and eating like as you call it organic, but I say, listen, plant your own kitchen garden. Get back into, doing your own little gardening and doing your own
yeah.
stuff and your own herbs and stuff like that. Because for me, as you said, it's important to pass on that generational health because
Mhm.
we have the between what I have seen is the between the two, which is you
Mhm.
have the old and the people like us in this age
Mhm.
group. The younger
Yeah.
ones ain't living that long, right?
No.
And they're
Sad.
not making babies, so we have a decline in
Mhm.
childbirth, right? So
Yeah.
and a lot of it has to do with the way we eat. You have younger people that go to fertility clinics,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
get all sorts of IVF because guess what? The body messed up from a very young age,
From a
right?
very young age. Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah.
gotta take care of
Health
yourself.
is the true wealth. That's the
It's
real true
true.
wealth is your
Yeah.
health.
Very,
So
very
we're gonna
true.
start there, and the kids will be able to carry this on, and actually, make something of everything that has been laid before us. So
True that. True that.
Okay, with that
All
being
right, we're
said,
gonna go to commercial break according to Kerwin. Kerwin, ready to go. Commercial break.
Of the Caribbean, where the azure waves meet golden sands,
Oh
a legacy
Lord,
is
I love
born.
this conversation.
Introducing the Trident 58 Limited Edition. Barbados Independence Watch,
right.
a tribute to the spirit of Barbados. All Sadi, but crafted with precision and passion, the Trident 58 combines watchmaking excellence with the vibrant essence of Barbados. Limited to just 58 pieces in each of 6 stunning colours, this is more than a timepiece. It's a collector's dream. Animtaki. Each watch features a 43 by 50mm stainless steel IP black case that is 13mm thick, an anti-reflection coating hardened mineral curved glass crystal, and chronograph quartz Japan Miyota movement, with date that ensures unparalleled accuracy. Each timepiece is water resistant to 50 meters or 165 feet with a silicone strap, with stainless steel buckle, and fits wrist size up to 8 1/4 inches. The dial, inspired by the rich cultural heritage of Barbados, is available in 6 distinctive colours, each representing a unique facet of this island paradise. Honouring Barbados's journey to independence, the Trident 58 is a symbol of resilience and elegance. Its exclusivity is matched only by its beauty, making it a must-have for discerning watch enthusiasts and collectors. Whether you are a native of Barbados or a watch aficionado from across the globe, the Trident 58 Limited Edition Barbados Independence Watch connects you to a legacy of excellence and a future of endless possibilities. Discover the Trident 58 Limited Edition. Barbados Independence Watch today. Embrace the heritage. Own the elegance. Celebrate the spirit of Barbados. Visit our website and follow us on social media for more information. Limited to 58 pieces per colour. Don't miss your chance to own a piece of history.
All
And we're
right,
back.
welcome back. We weren't
So,
gone that
Sophia,
long.
Sophia, what do you think about that watch?
You like the ad?
Wow. It seems pretty snazzy there for me. I was like, what's all of this?
Tell her the news, Kim.
Pardon me?
Tell her the news. Share the news with her.
No, we just presented one last night at the Caribbean event that was in New York last night. So it went down really well,
Nice.
and it's all about we are supporting each other wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
In order, and the important thing for people to understand is if you don't pour into your community, then it's like you're the consumer constantly. So we need to be able to share the reciprocity, be able to help each other grow and expand on whatever it is we're doing. And as I was telling you, I am extremely excited for your stuff because I'm like, I can become a junkie of your product,
Well,
right?
don't listen. You'll be very excited for things in the future. We do have some exciting things specifically for mama bears, for the ladies. We have something specifically
Menopause,
that
menopause.
I
is
can't believe I.
designed with every inch of the woman's body and mind. But that is under some serious development. So you
Wow.
Some
Li-
exciting stuff
is
there.
this
Some
really
exciting stuff
Need some
there.
stuff for the men too.
I definitely have a
menopause?
good resource. I have a great resource for men, by the way. It wouldn't be
Okay.
under my brand, but I have a great. She's from Trinidad, so she is from the community, and my husband and my brother-in-law swear by it. So I have a great resource for the men, but
Awesome. Awesome.
specifically here for the women, I it's coming. It's coming.
Good. I love that.
Uh,
Question: What
Yeah.
would be the challenges that you have faced thus far bringing your product to fruition to actually bringing the actual product in
Whew.
to the market?
Well, I think the biggest thing for me so far has been marketing. When you start as a online only brand, you have to market. I didn't have, again, these things are things that the product itself, making for my kids this since 2019. So these are things that, in terms of the product, that wasn't an issue. But getting it to come out of my head and being able to actually tell the story and now bring it to life online, there's a little bit of challenge there to get, because again, my background is finance, but I needed help, right, to get to put it in visual form, to be able to design, and I needed to reach out to folks. So finding, and when I started the brand, I was so hell bent on, I'm looking for my people to help me bring this to life. I wanted to work with us. Like that's what, so finding the resources in our community, or just, again, that was tough. And I
Correct.
did do it. And I had some difficulties um there. So I would say finding the resources and finding folks that can do the work at a certain level, that was my biggest challenge. I am still hell bent on looking to work with my community, because, like you said, it's not just the product selling the product and to the community. That's a different story. But again, being able to circle dollars that I am spending in and on business, even within my community, because that's a big thing for me still too, right? Just where am I spending even my investment dollars? Like, can
Correct.
I hire a creative? Can I hire a graphic designer? Can I hire, I have a lot of things going on in my head, and being able to bring it to life, I want those people to share my experience, share my background. I think, and finding that was hard. It was hard.
Mm, I
Atlanta
know.
makes it a little bit easier, though. I will say that Atlanta does make it a little bit. There are a lot of folks here um, from the community that are involved in marketing and graphic design, and yeah. So, but
And we
that was my
actually
challenge.
with the what, because me as the interim president with the Barbados Association of Georgia, my whole platform for them was because I'm an entrepreneur, just like you are,
Hmm.
and I have my Virtuosity brand, which is the band and entertainment company. We got sound system. We have those things, and then
Hmm.
we have people out there who also have from bodywork people, electricians. So I was like, why don't we have a directory?
Yeah.
Why don't we focus on building that kind of platform? Therefore, in terms of networking, that is so easy at the fingertips to be able to create that network from right there. You could go online, you could go on a website, and basically could find you, right?
Hmm.
Everybody else that has products, that has a service, that
Yeah.
whatever it is, so that there's like we're funneling it through so that everybody gets a piece of the pie. Because from what I came to realize is that we are the biggest consumers. We have the biggest dollars spent, but yet still we are not making. And that was a part of the conference that I just attended in Delaware. It was like we got all the in Africa, they got all the natural resources there, right? But they're
Hmm.
making pennies on the dollars, as somebody else is benefiting from
Hmm.
all of their natural resources,
Yeah.
and we're not. And we don't pay forward into each other. We tend to be
No.
more, thinking that somebody else's product is better than ours. So we need to start really pushing that whole agenda that
A
we
thousand percent.
believe in each other. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's interesting that you mentioned the directory, because I did, before even not stumbling, but for being delivered here to the Conscious Essentials piece of my journey, I started another brand. It was called by Sujan. It was supposed to be, or it is. Let's just say it's on the back burner. A community building effort.
Mhm.
Again, so centered around self care, wellness, and that type of stuff. And one of the things I had proposed to do in there was to build a directory. How do we find each other? Right?
Mhm.
How do we find um, the doctors? How do we find our chiropractors? How do we find our holistic healers? How do we
Mhm.
find each other? And
Mhm.
that was my top thing. And I started to meet with individuals within, our community, and I've moved into another thing. But that directory, I think that is needed. I see different versions of it come into life, but not in the way I think. But I think that that's a super key thing for us to
Yeah.
make happen.
Yeah, because it's like as you said, we are the biggest consumers. We spend the most dollars
Yeah,
from beauty, healthcare, all of that,
you
food,
name it. You name it.
makeup, everything,
You name it.
clothing. People don't shop like us, right? You give somebody, one of us some money, we can be like, Shh, I gotta go to the store, I gotta buy something. No, we need to be able to say, listen, I can see how when you have your business, Safia is going to capitalize on our community and be able to become a multi-billionaire, not millionaire, because this is a big industry that we're dealing with here when it comes to your alternative from herbalists and stuff like that.
Oh
There's
yeah.
not there's a lot of bank right there. But it's like all the time we go to the big stores because they're the big stores. That
Because
means
it,
that they're better than
yeah.
you understand. But we gonna keep punching. We're
You
gonna
know what's
keep
funny?
punching.
On that point, you keep saying everything. We keep saying it, and it's true. But that if we go to what they would call name brand because we trust them, I just want
Mhm.
people to know there is nothing that's in any of these products that these folks are creating and slapping a name brand and have millions and millions of dollars of marketing behind it that didn't start as a plant. Okay,
Correct.
there is nothing. It started that way. So, and then
Correct.
everyone likes to argue. Well, we got to have it because you need to have. I'll make something up. Iron. Iron is something again that we're deficient in. I'm like, well, you need to just eat meat. You need to just do this. You can, but what do cows eat? And what do the sheep and them eat? The same plants. Everything that's there. So let's
Correct.
you don't need all this other in between stuff. You can use it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging that at all. But that's not better. They have marketing dollars in this machine that
Exactly.
allows you, and again, marketing is the thing that psychologically makes you don't realize that you're psychologically being trained.
It's
You're
true.
being
Program. I call it program
that's the
because
word.
it's
That's
like
the
your
word.
eyes.
Program.
Your Yeah, programming is like the
It's
programming.
programming. So they don't even know. We have to unlearn and get unprogrammed to realize mm, this ain't it because you're doing more
Exactly.
harm than good in the long run. But I think
Exactly.
directory and community, we need to bring back community and have these conversations between ourselves to remind us and so that we can teach the babes because the babes don't know because we kind of dropped the ball a little bit when we went up, but we need to come back. We need to come back and
It's
pass it
true.
on.
Because when we move, let's say for instance, when we move away from our culture, because
Hmm.
this way is we leave
Yes,
Barbados
dilute
or
it.
we leave our culture. So it's like, we try to introduce our children to new,
Yeah.
things. And it's like you realize that when you go and you speak to like a second generation Barbadian, they don't even know, right? They don't even know anything about the music. They maybe know about the music because they're probably gonna be playing it around the house. They may know how to
Yeah.
dance. But it's like, do you know all these folklore? Do you know, I mean, the stories? Do you know anything about your culture? You know anything about like Barbados? The West Indies? You know everything about everybody else, but do you know about yours? And that's where we,
Right.
as you said, we drop the ball because, like, some of us, as I said, we get on with life, we're busy, and it's like, do we take time? And that's why I love the Barbados Association of Georgia, because when I moved here, I was like, where do I go? How do I meet people like myself from Barbados? And that's why I joined it. because for me it was like
Mhm.
connecting me, but it's
Yeah.
also important for us to get the next generation of like the younger ones
Yes.
who obviously, because we go like, how do we capture those young ones? How do we get them to want to be a part of the association and get excited
Mhm.
about their culture?
Yeah.
So we're trying to
Yeah.
create ways and means to stimulate the children, but we ultimately want the families in so that we can start, as you said, building community, building that network, strengthening ours first. Home drums beat first. You know, before
Yeah.
you go off and you start to fill everybody else up, you gotta fill up yourself first. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
So that's the key right there. And I am so excited. I'm so excited for you. I'm excited for you. So when I tell you, people, the conscious essentials is there. You go on the website, you go and support our girl, Safiya. And you hear me, the up and on people out there in Georgia. Make sure you do that too. You know, we're excited for her. And it's very important that we learn how to pour back into each other and how to support each other without, restraints or feeling like, is it like it's hard for you to support another Barbadian because you figure I can just speak very frankly. A lot of Barbadians feel as though if I put money in his pocket, I'm making he rich. You understand? We gotta get past the bad mindedness of each
Mhm.
other and start to learn to work together and strengthen each other, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So my whole thing is we don't compete. There's room for everybody. There's room to support everybody, right? And we got all. For me, I guess the ultimate optimist. I want everybody to be happy, everybody to be eating, everybody to be, overflowing with blessings.
Yep.
So I'm excited for you and your future journey. And
Thank you.
as you said, the children teach the children. The future is theirs. We getting
Yeah.
older, and it's important to really instill in them the pride and the whole thing of learning about your legacy, what you have done in this
Mhm.
time, and what your grandmother, your great grandmother, and everybody that passed all of this information down to you, because it didn't
Mhm.
just start with your parents, it
Nope.
started with the generations before. And
Yeah.
because you were so blessed to be born into such family that you were able to get those kind of that knowledge. So that's very good.
Yep.
So we're in terms of the website, as you said, Instagram. Do you have a you are you on Amazon as well?
Not at this time. Not at this time. Right
Okay.
now, again, exclusively at our website. Like I
Mhm,
said, at consciousessentials.com. And then
mhm.
we have our Meta store. You can get us there. But stay tuned. We may be at pop up in the city near you.
Yeah, we plan to, because listen, you and I got to talk because we plan to do a couple things in terms of pop-ups and
Yeah.
getting the booths up and ready for the vendors,
Yes.
um bringing them out, and it's just a matter of networking and finding the best location with the most foot
Yes.
foot
Yep.
where you got
Yes,
a lot of
we
people
definitely
coming
need to
through.
connect there. This is
Correct.
an, again the new this that is new for me, so I need all of the help and direction and find out what other folks are doing. Which again, we'll definitely be in contact for sure on all those
Definitely,
things coming.
definitely. I'm excited. So,
Yes.
what else you getting involved in apart from your holistic, beautiful product? Are you getting back involved in dance, the like choreography? Do you teach? Do you do classes? Because I know my girl,
No,
you know,
no.
Natasha.
Dancing has I taught for a little while when I was living back up north. And I used to dance up until when I danced until I was about 6 or 7 months pregnant with my first son.
Ooh,
I haven't danced since the whole
wow,
world since I had my first son and the whole world shut down. So I haven't done that in many years, except for my living room because I can't not dance. Okay,
correct.
that's a non-negotiable. I dance every day. I don't even if it's a shoulder shimmy, it happening. So
It's a movement.
there is a dream of mine to open a movement center back home in Barbados, for all things movement. Of course, dance being one of those. So, uh, we'll see how that dream pans out in the future. But what else am I involved in besides mothering? I do work. I still am part of the W-2 crew, so I still do that.
I love what you're calling
My finance
WTP.
hat is still on there for that. Run a business, mother, wife. I think my hands are pretty full there. Um, so that's about it for now. But I do have plenty of other ideas brewing in my head to make sure I get back to the things that I love, which would be all things movement, right?
True.
Dance, mentally, meditation. I definitely would like to do something back at home for sure. So again, stay tuned.
Yep. I love
So
that because,
can
yeah.
you just run us through these products that we are seeing on the screen right now?
Yeah, so right now we're running a back to school wellness bundle. That's going to run through September the 21st, I believe. And this is our mini medic kit. So what's the first thing that happens when your kid goes back to school? I know the North just went back. We went back since August down here in Atlanta, but um the first thing that happens, they go back to school in about a week or two, depending on the kid, or three, you hear that first sneeze. And it was first thing it says, here we go again, right? So these things here are meant, are designed. You can see in the mini medic kit, we have our chest wrap, which is our version of Vicks.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know Vicks,
Yeah,
Yep.
yes,
right?
yes,
It's our
definitely.
version of Vicks, but better. Um, and the other thing that's big, I know home is Panadol. That's the one we use at home, right? Panadol. That's what they call it here in the
Exactly.
U.S. It's
Paracetamol,
Tylenol.
Panadol,
Yeah,
Tylenol here.
yeah. So the drug by now that would be the acetaminophen. I know. I hope I'm not butchering that, but that our relief root, that yellow bottle up in the front there, that is our version of Tylenol. So your fevers, your little headaches, your couple of drops get you together. No side effects. No worrying about if they had recalls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, our cough syrup, which I think my kids think is the actual drink. It's elderberry lemonade is the flavor.
Wow.
Um, just so you know, we had a version, an adult version of it. My husband actually used to mix drinks with. Just so y'all know, it's designed as a cough syrup, but he would and our herbalist at the time would say yes, he could drink it that way. So he was all for it when she signed off on that.
Oh my god.
But the elderberry lemonade flavor cough syrup is a big hit with kids and adults. We had a customer that just reordered just to get the cough syrup, and she said she drank it. Not even the kid, she drank it.
Wow.
Um, then our Cocoa Calm right now, this doesn't come in the kit. We're just offering it as a bundle. This I use for everything. This is magnesium. I talked earlier about, the one mineral we are super
Mm-hmm.
deficient in is magnesium. And it's the wonder mineral for me because my entire house uses this, whether it's to help calm them down for before bedtime, relax them. But
Mm-hmm.
you hear kids saying, "Oh, mommy, my legs hurt," and you just always
Mm-hmm.
growing pains.
Mm-hmm.
Magnesium. They're probably deficient in
Correct.
magnesium.
That's
Use
why
that.
Corinne just catch a cramp just now, went
You
off
catch it.
air
Yeah,
because
there you go. Magnesium.
he
Yes,
I
needs
yes.
use
some
for everything. Even when I
magnesium.
have a headache, like I have a tension headache, because I was they rub it around here and a little heating pad. I am good to
Uh-huh.
go. If you really feel like it's a bad headache, couple drops of the relief fruit, and you're back in business. The ear oil for the kids that do get colds and they're not fully developed yet, so the ears don't drain naturally on their own, so they kind of settle and catch fluid.
Correct.
This will help ease the
Infections.
ear oil. Again, garlic. The things that are in here, everybody knows most of the ingredients. You can pick up the bottle, and you're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Half of those things are in your kitchen. So your
Mm-hmm.
garlic, your elderberries, your ginger. Everybody here knows ginger. I don't move without ginger. Ginger is used for so many things. But yeah, so that's what's on the screen there. Our back to school bundle. It'll kind of get you through those. It will shorten anything that comes into your house. So it's gonna come because as soon as they start mingling, what's gonna happen? But you get these things and you don't have to
It
worry about the
shortens
side
it.
effects or any recalls because that's a big thing in the day. Things what was recalled.
Correct.
So
You've ever heard
Yeah.
about oregano? Oregano, because like with oregano, because when
Oregano oil is my that I use. I It's a little bit strong for kids.
yes,
So it's not, but for adults, I use it. I use it before I travel. You don't want to use it for a extended period of time.
hmm
But if you're going to be traveling, at least a week before, a couple drops in your water. It is strong, so you
it
might
is.
want
It's
to,
burn
your
like
dilute.
pepper. It's burn
Yeah,
like
it
pepper.
is, but it will. If you don't know about it, do your research, folks. Oregano oil, oil of oregano. It is.
Correct.
It's the business, especially if you're a person that's out and about and you typically are catching colds regular or whatever little viruses they got going around. That's where you need to be. I mean,
I think
I
so.
could rattle off a bunch of things they can use, but that one is top tier, top tier.
I was catching one the other day and it catch me real good. It had me
Y-
dunging out. And it was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
listen, uh-uh. Had that
yeah.
bottle right
I
next, the bed
remember
was
how you
next to,
sounded when I call
huh?
you. I remember how you sounded when I call you. You know.
Yeah, I went for my olive oregano quick. I
Yeah,
was like,
oil of
uh-uh,
oregano.
get
Before and
out.
after you catch something,
Yep,
it will shorten. It'll help prevent, but it also, if you already caught something, it'll help shorten it. It'll kill what you need.
yep.
And your system, again, when you're taking these things, you're not taking it to cure it. You're taking it to allow your body to do what it needs to do. So I want everybody to remember that your body is designed to do everything it needs to do. There is no shortcoming in the body, so don't let anybody tell you that. Don't let any health. Well, your butt. Now, unless something happened to you and you didn't, or you didn't grow with, there are those cases. But your body is designed beautifully, so you just
Yes.
need to give it what it needs, support it, and it will do the rest. But if you don't, then it can't really
It,
help you out,
So
right?
it,
Sophia,
So
this brings me to a really important question, and
yeah,
I think that we might have to have a part two for this,
okay,
right?
I love
definitely.
it.
I see that
So
coming.
I'm going to pose the question, but I'll give you another question first, right? So this back to school bundle, what's the price of this?
The back to school bundle, it's a good question. I
Okay, so
believe the
all the
back to school
listeners get
bundle
it
is
free then.
120, I believe.
120.
Wow,
Hmm.
that's good. That's
That's
really,
good.
really good.
Yeah.
That's a great price.
Because I'm excited also because my daughter is starting school. You know, my little baby, she started school
This
on
is
Monday.
God
a
dear.
daycare. Okay. Yes, we just started doing a series on daycare. We have a guide, a freebie guide offering I- on Instagram, daycare. Getting ready for daycare. I think daycare was the scariest time for me because my
Hmm
son had stayed on my. I was blessed enough to stay home with both my kids up until they were 2, so they didn't leave me until 2. And when Zion first went to daycare, no one prepared me for what daycare really means, especially
hmm
when it comes to their health.
All
And
the
my son had
germs.
never really been sick. He never really been sick. He was home, right? And it was a
Hmm
pandemic. So when he finally went up
Wow.
there, he came back and these fevers of 102. I mean, the panic in me is my first kid. What is this? I mean, and lethargic, not moving. Um, those things can, you need to be prepared when your kid, they call it the daycares, they get sick as soon as they hit mingling with these other kids. I This is what I want, specifically for the new parents, helping with that panic, because that panic is natural, right? Your firstborn child, they never left your sight. They're out in the world and no, they're getting sick. No, oh God, what can I do? And the doctors are telling you, especially at that tender age, they don't really do much for them, right? They can give them fluids. You can't really give them drugs because
Baby
the drugs really.
Tylenol, baby, all
No,
these
well,
little
even well, some, but depends on how old they are. They don't. But again, it
correct.
depends on how, yeah. But again, being, I learned a lot in that phase in terms of kids being sick from anywhere from, I guess, 8 months until 2, being prepared and knowing what to do. Again, the confidence, because granny, we don't have what Kim, maybe you and I would have grown up with. Granny in the house, granny coming. You could call mommy, da 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 da, and they just show up and they know what to do. We don't have that
Exactly.
anymore. You home with a phone in the dark trying to Google what's going on, and
You had the
it
whole
will
you had the
send you
whole
crazy because
village.
all you seeing is, oh, and they're gonna, and it could die, and oh, and they can have a seizure, and oh, you like, oh my God, it's not
Yep.
been a long time. The
Yes.
aunties and the grannies, and not to say that they disappear, but auntie and granny gone and living their life, and we doing different things.
They're
So
cruising. They're living the best life.
right, but yeah, again, bringing that kind of resource back for first time
We we
parents
we,
and
we need the village. Ain't no two
the
ways about
village.
it. It's like the village. You need it.
Like
You're
Trevor Noah said, they tricked us out of the village and then trying to sell it back to us.
correct. It's
Yeah.
very
We don't
true.
want to do that anymore.
So that brings me to the second question that I wanted to talk about,
Yeah.
and that's the COVID vaccine.
Oh Lord, don't get me show banned before it start. Cause let me tell
So
you, I got my
we'll leave
own
that one
opinion
for
for
part,
that.
for part two.
Huh?
We'll leave that one for part two.
We'll leave that one.
Listen, I got my own opinion on that, and I
That's
know
hot
what I know
topic.
what you know. Mm-hmm.
Hot topic. That's hot topic. That's tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely. Hmm. Hmm.
Wow, wow, wow. So I know a lot of people can probably want to ask this question, and I don't see anyone asking any questions in the chat from YouTube. But if there is something that about you that nobody knows, or that people would guess wrong, what would that be?
Oh, that's a good question. What would that be? That's a really good
We
one.
play some music while you take it.
He dropped a hard one for you.
Hard one on me. I would say my love
It's
for.
up here. We can't see your camera. What happened?
No, you can't see me anymore.
It's been off for
No,
about.
you off video.
Wait a minute.
I
What's
thought that you were
happening here?
dealing with the baby, so I was like thinking,
No.
yeah, your video feed went off.
Let me see. Let me hold on. I still am in. I still
Keep
see
your head in the
you.
fire,
Hold on.
put all of your might for a fallen soldier. So let me see your hands up, put something in your cup, point your fingers up, set the heavens up. So let me see your hands up, put something in your cup, point your fingers up, set the heavens up. This is sweet testimony. This is sweet testimony, yeah. Soca is sweet therapy, yeah.
Yeah, back on. You're back on.
Okay.
You're back on, girl. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know sometimes
All right.
And she's back.
She is back.
She's
I
got
am
the answer.
back.
She's got the answer.
I think I do. I would
I
say
feel like I asked you a riddle.
you did. You did. You did. You did. I would say the thing that I think would people would not or would be surprised about my background would be I'm a real homebody. Like I really it's a weird thing. I'm a homebody until I'm not. If I have to travel, you tell me I'm traveling somewhere, I have this juxtaposed thing in me. Either I'm home and I ain't want to go nowhere, but if not, I on a plane to go somewhere. Yes, we could do that. Let's go somewhere far.
So
Other
plane
than
is your
that, be
new
in
home
between.
for that
So,
moment.
hmm?
The plane is your home for that moment.
Yeah, well, yes, yeah, and I am strangely enough that introvert. Like I'm right on the borderline introvert extrovert. Like I can do what I need to do.
Both.
Okay. when you need to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
So I would say that.
You sound like me, because that I tell people because you're out there as an entertainer, they
Right.
think that that is your personality all the time, and they don't
Yeah.
realize that when you step off that stage, all you want is
Yeah.
or you want solitude because you want to replenish your energies because you're giving
Exactly.
all of that energy on that stage, and it's like people don't realize is like you got put back. So I pull all the way back, and they go like, "Was she going
Yeah.
quiet?" Like, yeah, because
Yeah.
I like you, especially when after I had my daughter, I was like, I'm gonna enjoy this downtime
Yeah.
at home with her. I don't really need to be out. This is where we work in. We don't have to
Yeah.
live in it all the time. So
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from.
I had a stage name, and good thing you put on the entertainer thing. I had my stage name was Poison Ivy. I loved when I'm on stage as a whole different person, like this,
Correct.
like
Wow.
and then you step off the stage and it's like, no, I don't. Who? No, I don't. Who's that? I don't know her. You gotta wait till she's on stage to see her again. I'm over here back to my popcorn and watching my shows, and I don't want to tunnel vision. So yeah, you
Correct.
have to. It's the way we recharge.
Is a
For
balance.
me,
Is a
for me to give that, and even when I go to work, wherever I am, to me to give that, I gotta go and recharge so I can give that. So that's just how
exactly.
that works.
And
Yeah,
you show you wear many you wear many hats.
yeah.
People don't understand is like there's a business side of you,
Mm-hmm.
as you say, you W2s versus the creative,
Yep.
right? Versus the businesswoman who's the entrepreneur who is
Mm-hmm.
showing up with that
Yeah.
personality. So in order to draw from all those different things, is like you gotta really be like, as we said, tunnel vision. I really
Mm-hmm.
like where you going right now.
Yep.
You gotta be there at that point in time. But
Yep.
let me tell you, I am so looking forward to us working together because for me, it's like as Kerwin said, we can do a part two because
I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
we gonna rattle some. Listen, because I think that
There are two
I still
products that I want to discuss with her actually. So yeah.
listen. But my thing is like we actually is like starting out, so you're trying to be nice. But I think that we need to rattle some cages sometimes.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
go against the
It's just
grain
called
because
truth
we got
telling.
to
We're not
challenge it.
rattling, but we're truth telling. Truth telling
Correct,
does that.
correct,
I
Truth
call it
telling
a
does
correct,
that.
positive disruption.
There you go.
correct.
I like that one.
I like that
I
one,
love that
Kerwin. I
one.
like that one.
I like
Yeah.
that one.
I like that one. But we can rattle some cages though, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was so good to have you, Safiya. Thank you
Thank you
guys
for
for
having me.
joining. And we are looking forward to part two. We can do a part two soon. Hopefully, we can go a couple other because she tapped into me and I tapped into her as soon as I was like, hold on a second, right? Do you want to expose yourself, Kim Derek? I don't think so. But the other day I was like, oh Lord, here we go. But anyway, so looking forward to our part two conversation because we can start talking some serious conversations and rattling some cages, as we said.
Oh yeah.
So, and
Oh
the
yeah.
truth tellers.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? So it was a pleasure. And don't forget, guys, make sure you go support her business. Go support the Conscious Essentials product. And go on your, Facebook. Is Facebook you on Facebook,
On
right?
Facebook.
Meta
Yep.
and Instagram. And go directly to the website because we're trying to cut out the middleman too. Let's not be clear. But we gotta share that pie between too many different people. But in the meantime, in between time, support my girl here. And it was a pleasure, guys. Thank you so much. Anything you want to finish off with
Before we
tonight,
wrap up,
Safiya?
go ahead.
I just want to thank you guys for having me, and to everyone out there, keep your head up. You know what you need to know. So keep your head up and keep pushing.
Correct.
Good.
Thank you. And have a
And
great night. Thanks, everyone, for joining in. This
Bye.
is a
before we
fantastic
go,
show. Thank you.
there's this show is all about exposure, right? There's this
Mhm.
gentleman in Barbados. He is phenomenal. He writes music, but he doesn't do anything with them. He's a very good friend of mine. Okay. I know I'm just gonna do this on purpose because we did this video in 2018. And I mean, every time I see it, my heart just shake, right? So I just gotta let everybody see this video at least one time.
All right, let me see it.
Watch this.
It was almost like a dream. Her beauty was the potion intoxicating me. Oh, I was so caught up in the scene. I was feeling kinda nervous. I almost couldn't breathe. 'Cause she's so beautiful, she's an angel, and I wanna hold her hand. But she doesn't know this, she's like my Lois, and I'm her Superman, her Superman. Please, can I hold you a little closer? take you by the hand, by the hand. A queen deserves to be treated as royalty, cause she's a Bajan beauty.
Yeah, he's a Bajan. I know he is. Yeah.
And she'll take away all the pain and the lonely, cause Jaja know this girl's a blessing from above. Her precious smile is so inviting, could humble any man. The way that she walks is so hypnotizing, she could put you in a trance, in a trance. Please, can I hold you a little closer? Please, I wanna take you by the hand, by the hand. A man could spend his whole life searching for that special woman. But love will make him wake up every morning and smile with the rising sun, if she's the one. They say that love is complicated, too hard to understand. But Jaja, he knows that we're gonna make it, cause it's a part of his master plan, his master plan. Please, can I hold you a little closer? Please, I wanna take you by the hand, by the hand. Please, can I hold you a little closer? Please, I wanna take you by the hand, by the hand. Please, please.
There's
That's
so
a
much
great-
talent in Barbados, man.
I'm telling you,
Oh,
like
but
Bush, corny fellas like Bush.
yes, we have to let it out. We gotta
It's
get
true.
it out there.
You know,
Bring that
and
talent to the-
our platform is there is here for this particular reason. We need to be able to get your music videos, your music, you know, create the whole stage that you get your stuff out there. Don't just depend on, you know, the traditional, I would say the traditional format that we would normally use, which is radio. I mean, now we're global because you know we have reach in Africa, we have reach all over the world, so via the internet. So by all means, you know, send us your stuff. Make sure you know link us on virtuosity kimd@gmail.com. Send us your stuff, and also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we really want to get our platform up so that we can start to really get the Bajan and the West Indies, because it's not just Barbados. Because my girl got Trini, I got Lucia and Vinci, right?
I got these.
So and you got Cayman. So we got and my husband was saying, listen, you're talking about St. Kitts. I want to say happy belated independence anniversary to St. Kitts and Nevis, because they just celebrated their Independence Day. And we got to talk about the whole Caribbean. But we here for the entire Caribbean, but we can beat Barbados drums first. All right, people. So we'll see y'all next week. Same time, same channel. Yay! Hey!
Safiya, don't turn off us yet, okay?
Don't turn off, Safiya.
Canal vibes, me love how you move. Sweat drip sweet like